Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our BS survival series finally with Beanie, who's been faffing like madness. Mad faffer.
Oops.
I blame you.
Guilty's charged.
Yeah, you've been on a late shift and yeah, we didn't do one last week, but that was a bit of both of us. I was busy, you were busy, and then this week we're just about done this episode. This is literally going to come out on Friday, and then on the Friday I have to do the farmhand too. Yeah, if we didn't do it today, then there was no chance of doing it. So we're going to faff about, we're going to do some mowing and have a good chat. You've probably got 1,000 things you want to say.
Yes.
And yeah, let's just get to it. We mowed the field, so we're just going to make hay bales. So we need to do some tedding and then windrowing. So yeah,
Nice.
let's crack on.
Oh, I'm excited to be back in Beanie's Landini.
Yeah, Beanie's Landini.
Exactly.
I'm excited for FS25. I've been talking about it, feels like, for the last 3 days heavily.
Are we not taking the mowers? Sorry.
We've mowed.
Oh, have we?
Yeah, do you remember in the last episode? See, that's faff number one. We should have a faff counter in the corner of every time you've faffed.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't like to know.
But yeah, we have mowed, and you're going to pick up the windrow, and I'm going to go first and ted. The grass will change colour because it's dried. Technically, you should ted it, then leave it out in the field, but that's a whole different, subject.
Ball game.
Yeah, because it basically was like that in FS19 and FS17 because of a mod that was a massive mod. It was more like an expansion called Seasons. Now, what happened was there were a team called Realism Modding, right? And they got purchased. No, sorry, they didn't get purchased. What the hell am I on about? It's like I'm thinking of a football team. No, they basically got scouted, you could say. It's even more like a football team. And they're now within Giant Software. So they brought some of the people within Realism Modding into Giant Software. Because obviously they did such a cracking job in FS17 and 19 for this mod.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they made their own versions of Seasons, which is what you're playing on now within FS22. But it's kind of like a dumbed down version. It's like, it's not Seasons of old, basically, which is what I say. And I miss it because you could do, like, the snow melted away on its own, not just kind of instantly just bam, just vanished.
Okay.
Bales, if you left out in the field and then it rained and they weren't wrapped, they'd start rotting away. So that was good.
So it's more realistic.
It was definitely more realistic, and we have got a dumbed down version. But talking about FS25, it might be something along the lines because they're doing a lot with weather at the moment. That's what I've been talking about today, about the fact that they've brought twisters into it, and it does mention that if you've got like a field of bales, I don't know if I think it's probably all bales, and like the twister goes through, then it does crop damage, but it also will kind of destroy the bales. So maybe they're kind of pushing down the line of improving the weather effects in physics, and like maybe some kind of dynamic weather, because they're classifying this as weather events, and yeah, you can have like hailstorms and. Like right now, if it rains, you don't really visualize it much. The sound effects are there, but yeah, the visual kind of side of it isn't amazing. So the good thing about rain now is like you'll see the tires and you'll see the tractor kind of bodywork look wet, and you'll see like rain effects on the windows, and so it's going to look good. And they've announced as well they're doing hail as well, so they've got hailstorms. So they are focusing on weather.
Hate getting caught in hail.
Exactly.
It hurts.
I don't even know how we got on to weather from FS25. I know I was talking about FS25, and then
you were talking about the grass, and then bales rotting and twisters or tornadoes.
That's it.
It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. And also the with Seasons. So basically, the whole point of that was with Seasons, you could dry the grass, or you basically turn the grass, and then it would. I think it took time for it to dry out in the fields, basically. So you'd leave like this now. We turn the grass over, and it wouldn't just dry the grass off. You'd have to like turn it over, and then basically, well, in fact, you didn't even have to turn it over. You just had to leave it in sunlight, direct sunlight, and good weather, and that would determine how quick it dries, basically.
Okay. So, well, you always see it, don't you, when the weather's good? Yeah. Over here, they're always in a massive rush to try and get it sorted.
Yep. That's it, exactly. Make hay while the sun shines and all that.
Oh, wow.
But what they do
That's
normally,
where it
like,
comes from.
they'll cut the grass
Yeah.
and then they'll turn the grass over to dry. So they just use this, what I've got now, which is like a tedder, and it just kind of separates all the grass, just kind of agitates it. And it's just so if there's anything underneath, that it can dry there as well.
Right.
But the way that it's
okay.
in the base game is just simplified. If you take a tedder over it, it turns into hay.
So it's basically just thinning it out so it can all dry.
Yeah, just turn it over. It's like just trying to think of something. Can't really think. So it's like nothing I can think of. It's basically like if you...
It's like making chips and you flip them in the oven. You spread them back out again, don't you?
Yeah, or it's like you when you're on holiday and you're on your sun lounge and you're lying down and you're tanning one side. The other side doesn't get...
into a roast potato.
Yeah, the other side doesn't get tanned. So when you turn over, you're tanning the other side. It's like that. You're drying the grass out and then tedder comes along to turn it over, so you dry the other side of the grass out and no moisture's being held. It's holding inside it, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't.
Are
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright. Just realised how large this field is.
Did you forget?
Yeah. But we have got 2 balers, and I've given myself, because I've got to edit this video tonight. We're recording at 10 to 10. So cowboy time, 10 to 10.
Cowboy time?
Yeah.
What?
It's saying, isn't it? 10 to 10.
I've never heard that before.
Have you not?
No,
I'm sure it is.
mean?
It's not 10 past 10, it's 10 to 10. 10 to, there's a... Oh, do you know what? I'm going to have to Google it.
Song.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. My dad used to say that to me. Cowboy time, it's 10 to 10. I'm like, right then,
You
Dad,
sure it's
chill
not
out.
just a dad joke?
It probably is. Probably is. But I'm allowed to. I'm technically a father, so...
Technically, you are.
I know, but that's what I mean. I'm technically a father. Technically. It feels technical at times.
Yeah. Like, wow. Yeah, I can't speak. I was going to say like a big child yourself sometimes, but...
I am. I don't mind that. I'm proud of that. Because I feel like if I ever don't have that kind of side to me, then I'm just going to be miserable.
Turn into George.
But the thing is, George has got that kind of side to him, but he is miserable, which is probably like me. I'll just have my grumpy moments like everyone. But I like that. Have you ever watched the show One Foot in the Grave?
No.
Yeah, I love that. Victor Meldrew, his name was, and it was him and his wife. They were like an old couple, and he just moaned at everything. And she was like, "Oh, stop being silly, Victor." And he was like, bugger off. So I think if anything, if I'm going to go that way, I'm going to go Victor Meldrew way, where I'm just going to moan at everything, even if a pigeon lands on a fence.
The thing is, though, half the time when you're moaning, it's funny because you just either moaning about funny things or what you're saying is funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Like, oh, I don't know what's been going on recently. I don't know if it's the weather or because my brain's still on holiday, but yeah, I've had, I don't even know if I can call it faffing at this point. But like today, we ran out of blue roll, so I went and picked some up, no problem. But Scroft wasn't. Well, you just moaning a little bit, weren't you?
I was moaning, yeah, of course I was. I went to the toilet and I was like, where's all the loo roll gone? Us men, right, this is a thing, and all men are going to side with me on this. Women use more toilet roll than men. A lot more.
That's obvious.
And then they go to you, oh, there's no toilet roll. And you're like, excuse me? Excuse me? That's because you have used too much of it. Like,
No.
you don't need that much.
Women wipe every time. Men don't.
I know that, I know. But still, at the same time, it was women that created the pandemic when it came to bog roll.
That's not true. You can't say that.
Why not? It was. Us men were watching all the women just run around the shops when it was COVID time thinking, we need bog roll, we need bog roll.
To be fair, I can't say anything because when we went into the pandemic, yeah, I think I had about 150 loo rolls in the loft.
Is that it? I wish we had that now. Then I wouldn't go to the toilet and say,
I know.
you know.
But I used to buy in bulk.
Because use that much.
We just had an order through. No, I just had an order through. But because we've not got the space here, because we've not got a loft or anything, I can't do it here. But it would be good.
I think you might be the only person. In fact, there probably is one other person, but it's very rare. No one bulk stocks up on toilet paper for their loft. Like, what are you using it as insulation? Why do you need that much toilet paper up there?
It was just being stored in the loft.
Most people keep their Christmas decorations in the loft, not load the toilet roll. Yeah. What? Honestly.
But
I don't know.
you know, you could buy pasta and oats and stuff like that. So, like,
yeah, I get that. I get that.
It was quite a good loft, really. So, half of it was just for like your normal random storage, and then the other half was just for like, oh, you know, the loo roll or the pasta or the chopped tomatoes, whatever it was.
Fair point.
And then it was brilliant because you had like a little shop in your own. Oh, we've run out of pasta. No worries, just run up into the loft.
Fair play. I mean, it's all right for the the non-perishable stuff, like bog roll.
Yeah.
But still, women use more bog roll than men, and then
it's inevitable.
I know, but like, we get forgotten. We get forgotten about.
Forgotten because I would have happily like finished that roll up and not realised, and then probably been in a worse.
But you technically did that.
There was still enough for you on that loo roll, unless you're using like a quarter of a loo roll each time you go to the loo.
That's no right. Literally right. There was about, I don't know what you call them. Just call them squares, because the square. I think there was about 5 squares left. Now I noticed it. You didn't, and like you said, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. I agree, but still, you didn't think in that moment. Probably should mention we need loo roll.
One.
Say again?
This is a perk of me being in the kitchen right by the loo. You didn't even start the new one. I've just gone to check how many sheets there were left, and it's empty.
No, the new one's sorted.
I didn't think you started. It didn't look like you'd started the new one.
I promise you, I did.
Fair play.
Anyway, the moral of the story is, men, watch out. Women are going to use all the toilet roll, and when you need to go to the toilet, there's none left, so you can have a good moan about it. You're allowed, because Scroft said so.
Yeah, but what was worse was when we came back off of holiday and ran out of sugar.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
But then
we ran
I
out of
did go
sugar
out
from
and
brew.
buy a load of sugar.
I don't have loads of sugar though. It's not like I have loads of sugar. It's just you used a lot of sugar for baking stuff, didn't you?
It's your birthday cake.
I know.
Which I need to. I forgot to put a picture in Discord, because I think I put last year's in, which was horrific, and I feel like it's. I'm not ready to go in front of Mary Berry, but it's better than last year.
It was all right. I had the tiniest piece ever, and then we had to chuck it. It was crazy because you made it right before we were going on holiday, and it wouldn't have kept. So it was a waste of a cake.
We went on holiday the day after your birthday.
I know, that's what I mean. It was a waste of cake. We should have just had like a biscuit.
Well, I panic ate probably more than I should have because I love cake. So I was
well. Right, there we go. You sound better now. I just turned the volume up, so if anyone wants to know why there was a jump cut, I just thought Beanie was getting a bit quiet, but it should be better now.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the month, I don't know if it's me or the weather, whatever I can blame it on. But just everything's just going wrong, and not like in a, like, oh no, the house is set on fire wrong, but just like...
I mean, we can talk about something.
Well, I nearly did something. Well, I didn't set it on fire. It just melted.
You melted loads, and now our oven basically trays aren't. No, they're not trays. They're kind of like the racking that you put into the oven. That they basically the shelves, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're no longer in use, are they, at the moment?
Fixing it.
Because someone put some plastic tubs that we use for food. So like lunch, when you go to work and you take a lunch, whatever box, but it's just
Tupperware.
Plastic tray, yeah. But they're not like the proper Tupperware ones. They're like just
Like what you
reusable
got from the
ones.
Chinese.
Yeah, but a bit better than that, aren't they? They're like you
Yeah.
buy them from Amazon, but they're not too expensive. So they're for food and they're reusable. We washed them and then we were drying them out because we were lazy. We basically, well, I'm saying we. You put them into the oven.
No,
Then
you put them in the oven.
no, I didn't. Not them ones. Promise you. The ones I put in the oven were fine. And it got turned on, dried, and then we turned it off. And then later on that evening, you were like, "Oh, let's make tea." You start cooking tea, and you turn the oven on. You must preheat it for about an hour, and then realise they were in there. And then there's just like this complete and utter like mess. It is bad, isn't it? It's everywhere.
Yeah,
And
it is pretty bad. We had to throw away the bottom bit because we had one of them linings that sort of captured all the stuff.
Which I've got a new one on the way anyway from good old Amazon. But anyway,
I was going to buy it.
no, I got it. It's fine. Anyway, what was I going to say then? I was going to say something about yeah. I was sitting in the living room. I was like, "What's that smell? What's that smell? What's on fire?" Then you were trying to hide it. You were like, "Nothing. Everything's fine."
I'm trying to hide it. I was just like, yeah.
You having fun there?
Yeah.
Do you want to swap or? No, you got Beanie
What
on
on
Dini. It'll be a. Don't turn it on there. You'll mess the row up. Turn it off.
I'm just trying to set me blaming GPS up, but I can't even read my own notes.
Right. Well, just when you set it up, yeah, you can worry about turning the row on. Right when you start the ups and downs.
Yeah, I'm going to go up to the other end because I'm on completely wrong angle here.
We need to get you some kind of stream deck, but not maybe one that's so expensive because the crazy prices, aren't they? For about 100 quid, yeah. So, but we can get you something though. It's just a little button. There's cheaper ways of going about it that for the amount of time you play on the game.
Yes, please. I feel like it would be beneficial at this point.
There we go then. So anyway, let's not keep getting on at each other. I got on at you about bog roll and got on at you about nearly burning the house down and plastic poisoning. But yeah, there must be something else you want to talk about. You kept saying there was loads of things you wanted to talk about next time we did a VS.
Yeah, there was something that I wanted to mention, and I just want to preference this by saying first that I understand in the UK we are very lucky to have free healthcare and not have to worry about that. But this is a notice, whatever you want to call it, because there's something about men and going to the doctors. I don't know if you feel like you're being a burden or what it is, why you just don't like going, whether you see it as a waste of time. But health is wealth. It's important to go get checked up and make sure you're all good if something's not feeling great. Like Scroft, for example. This is my turn. Tables Uno reverse.
Okay. I know where you're going with this. My ankle.
Yeah, your ankle. Scroft.
Not my uncle,
I say
my ankle.
fell down the stairs. You probably fell down the last couple of steps. You were not pushed.
I was pushed.
You
Help!
pushed.
SOS! No, I wasn't pushed. I wasn't. I fell.
You fell. I wasn't anywhere. I was still in bed. But he fell down maybe like the last couple of steps.
No, just twisted my ankle, didn't I?
Twisted your ankle. And
it was about
it's not a
3
big
months ago.
deal. It's 3 months ago, and it's still playing up. I mean, it's not like anything crazy, but I just think like I told him when he first did it, we need to go to the doctors because that looks bad because it was pretty swollen and just not looking too happy. And now if you twist it in a certain way, it's not, it hurts. So why not just go and get it checked out by the doctor?
After 3 months when we got back from holiday, because it was playing up a little bit whilst I was walking about on holiday. And then I did. And we went and yeah, they had a problem with their it was a sign. They had a problem with their computers.
Went down. So you
Yeah,
didn't see a doctor. We sat in the waiting room for probably about an hour, and then the Wi-Fi went down. So you were like, "Oh, it's a sign. It's a sign."
I, did, I didn't. And I also told the lady, I was like, I'm really sorry for wasting your time. Like, I shouldn't even be here in the first place.
And I said, "No, he's not." And she gave me a look like, "Yeah, he probably needs to be here, doesn't he? But he doesn't want to be here."
Yeah, but the
And I
Wi-Fi
was
went
like,
down, so
"Yeah,
they were taking ages. They were having
I know,
technical issues in the end. You know, they
I
hadn't
know."
turned it on
Well,
and off again.
I mean, to be fair, it was only like a little, like, local hospital, minor injuries sort of unit. It wasn't like we went to A&E or anything like that. But, and the waiting time was an hour and a half, which for UK isn't bad. So, you know, I mean, some are better, some are worse. But anyway, you know, it wasn't that bad. And I brought you drinks, I brought you snacks to keep you entertained, to keep you
I'm not a
happy.
child. I'm not a child.
No, but you know,
That was very
I,
delayed.
I I had to keep you there somehow because I know you didn't want to be there, but
It just seems like I'm wasting people's time. But you know, them kind of things heal themselves, don't
hey, hey, I have a question.
they? Go on.
Do you pay your tax?
Yeah.
Yeah, well there we go then. So you deserve to be there.
Yeah, but that's not what I meant. I mean that there's more people out there that probably need some urgent care, and if I'm there messing up and making the times go, you know, even like longer and waiting and stuff, I just think if I've got a proper problem, I'll go, and I just don't want to waste people's time. That's how I see it. And my dad's the same. You know, dad's exactly the same.
Same. Well, I think it's a men thing, you know. It'll be like, oh yeah, whatever, you know, sort of thing. I remember my dad. He managed to break his leg. Went to the doctors. Didn't want to wait for an X-ray, so he left, and then laid a patio. Ow. Fine. Laid a patio on it the next day, and then it
Wow.
kept playing up. So we went back to the doctors.
I mean, if I broke my leg, unless it was like a fracture and you didn't realise, which is potentially what's happened in my ankle, I've probably potentially maybe got a bit of a little fracture of some sort.
I know, but the reason I want it checked out is because that will probably, you know, heal perfectly fine on its own. Let's be honest. Especially at this point in, it's not like you've just done it. But
I've got that on recording now.
no, and I've told you this. This far in, no, it probably wouldn't be a big issue. But I just want to make sure that your ligaments are okay. You know, because your health is your wealth. You're not going to be able to do anything if you've not got your health.
I know, but it's my ankles. I'm fine. I walk about and everything. I get what you're saying, though. I do. I agree that men should just probably go a little bit easier. But I'm going to the dentist tomorrow.
That you are. I'm not.
That's soft mint's fault.
Oh, the Mentos that got you.
Damaged a little bit of a filling with some Mentos, and yeah, I've had a little bit of toothache. Nothing major. I mean, I've had toothache before from a wisdom tooth, and had to go hospital, get it extracted properly, like, you know, because it was growing funny in the wrong direction and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got to go to the dentist tomorrow, and I'll probably be having a filling, and I know that kind of stuff, you know, is important, even though it costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it, with free healthcare sometimes. It's just trying to find an NHS dentist, which still isn't free, it's just subsidised.
Yeah, it's like cheaper. But the thing is with the NHS, you make out it's free, but it's not. We pay. So like people from the US probably think we just get free healthcare. It's not. Every month we pay something out of our wages called national insurance, and national insurance pretty much is the NHS.
Yeah.
And maybe a few other things.
I was having a nose at it because you showed me that website where you can see like where you know your tax records and that's your national insurance and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and I think about 30% of my tax and national insurance. Okay, that's what I did there. Oh, I don't do very well with this thing.
Okay.
Went to the NHS.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like people in America, for example, I think they just play like health insurance, which we can do over here if you want to go private care, but you still have to pay your national insurance. It's not like
Yeah.
something you can choose to do or not.
No.
Because it does equate for also getting a state pension at the end. So when you retire, you have to get so many years of paying national insurance, which is a contribution to the NHS, why you get free healthcare, but also why you get a state pension at the age of retirement. So it kind of contributes to both of them. But you can still go private. So in the US, I think they don't have that kind of stuff. I don't know. They might have something like, because I know Obama was doing something like a long time ago. I don't know
Obamacare.
yeah, I think it was something to do with healthcare. But for us, it's like we do what they do, but it just comes straight out of our wage, and it's kind of it's like a national thing.
They have to do their own taxes, don't they?
Yeah, they do. But I now do my own taxes as well because of second earning and stuff. That's just how it is. It's not a massive deal. It's just how it is. But
I don't know. If it was me, I'd end up saying I was a millionaire for, Kazakhstan or somewhere.
Okay.
No good with that sort of thing.
I don't know what you're on
I
about.
don't know.
But great then.
I'm basically
So
saying I'd
random.
mess it up so badly.
Yeah, you'd be fine, honestly. I think it's one of the things you do once you're okay. And everyone seeks out advice when they're doing something for the first time.
Yeah.
So don't knock yourself out because you can definitely can. But anyway, yeah. So in America they kind of pay this insurance and then they've got healthcare. I don't know if it's. I imagine there's now like the health service is probably more efficient because of the fact that it's different. It's more private.
Yeah, I mean,
But we
people
struggle
in
at that
the
because
UK, they go for, they'll go to places like A&E for things that you really don't need to be going to A&E for, and it just is part of what
I don't think it's that.
causes
I
it.
think we're just a small country with a lot of people at the moment, and it's overburdened and underfunded. That's the truth of it. Like there'll be people in the NHS watching this now, and that's the truth. The truth is that they're overburdened and underfunded.
Definitely.
And it's been like that for a long time, and it's obviously taking its toll now.
Yeah.
But
I think
private
it's just
healthcare is
a big
better.
concoction of things, isn't it? It's not just, we solved this issue. That's it sorted. There's so many little things. Well, not little things, but like, struggling to get the staff, struggling to, with the funding, all sorts of things. So, yeah.
But they do a good job. I mean, I've been in the NHS a couple of times, and when I needed them, especially one time, and they were brilliant. So I can't fault them. I just think they need more support.
No,
but
touch wood.
anyway, I'm going to get this point finished. I'm going to get this point finished. I don't care, right? I'm going to do it. I was trying to say that, like, just trying to explain national insurance for people that don't live in the UK. So,
right, yeah.
In comparison, the US kind of pay that national. They pay private healthcare. It gets taken straight out of our wages for two things. It's just called national insurance, but it covers state pension and healthcare. So when we go to, say if I need some help tomorrow from a doctor or the hospital or anything like that, I can just walk in, have the service. I don't have to pay anything because it's technically I'm a British citizen and I pay my taxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to go dentist though, it's always kind of private, that is. You can either go private or you can go through NHS. If you go through the NHS, it's just this like 3 levels or tiers to prices. So, like if you have just a checkup, it's like £30. If you have a fill-in or some kind of treatment in that regards, it's like about £80, I think. And then if you go for something that's a bit more kind of like dentures or anything a bit more, I think it's about £300. But the equivalent to doing it private is usually like about double that or even more sometimes. So. Like I'm going for a checkup tomorrow and it's just £80 for the checkup. Probably brings it up to £200 with a fill-in, and that's because it's through private. There's still certain things in the UK that we have to pay for. So if we get medication, we pay for our prescriptions. They're not as expensive. It's a flat rate. So I think for one prescription, it's like a tenner.
£9 something.
Yeah. And that will just get you the box of medication that you've been prescribed by your doctor. So it's not like...
you can pay like a yearly rate, and then however many prescriptions you need will be covered by that. I think it's like
exactly.
120 odd quid or something.
So if you get a lot of medication, then it just makes more sense financially to do that because you're going to be paying less.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was trying to explain. Just that. Just so people are aware that how it works in the UK. Because there'll be some people that don't watch it. Sorry, some people that watch it that don't, you know, probably have the same situation. I know a few people from the US watch. You right there?
Control of the tractor.
Yeah.
No, stop.
Why
It's not me.
It is.
It's not me. I'm pressing the brake.
Press B. You've hired a worker.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, it's not me, honest. No, you're just sitting out there with your money out going, no, I haven't hired a worker, honestly.
I'm like, what on earth is going on? There's a ghost. Oh, you've lost that.
When you do finish off, which I don't even know if you will, but there's another baler.
Yeah, you probably finish it before I get to it. I feel like I might have accidentally knocked the gain or something then, I don't know, because I feel like I'm eating fluff.
Like, no, I don't, it just keeps getting quiet. I think it's because it's just the mic distance from where you are.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting back into the swing of things.
It's alright. Faffing about. I've got the counter up to about 10 now already, so we're all good.
Are you actually going to put one in?
I might do, depends on how many times you faff. A beanie faff counter.
That was the other thing I was going to say about going wrong. A holiday was amazing, but literally like the second day, I got ill. Who goes away to somewhere where it's like 34 degrees and gets a cold? Like what?
Beanie does, and then she gives it me on the last day when I'm travelling back.
At least you got to sleep on the plane.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a very fun flight back.
No.
I had sinus problems, which made it made it bad for me. I'll be honest. I couldn't hear anything when I got off the plane. Anyway, you're missing one thing you wanted to talk about that you kept saying to me all week. I'm going to talk about this.
Oh God, honestly, I've got the memory of a save.
You were going to say fish then, weren't you?
Yeah, I nearly said fish. Yeah, I couldn't decide between fish or sieve. At least I didn't try and mix them both together and go for a fish. I know it isn't. Wait, what? A fish?
What the hell is happening? Anyway, what's this thing you want to talk about? Because I'm not going to remind you. I'm going to let you sit there and try and figure it out. It's more fun.
It's going to really bug me.
It was a massive focus for about a week.
Can you hear the cogs turning in my brain?
Yeah. It involves a dress.
God! Yes! How could I forget about that? Oh my goodness.
Tell me.
Oh my goodness. Yes. I mean, I've driven over a veil. But I blame the excitement. I know maybe not everyone will be bothered about this, but I am, so I'm not bothered. I found my wedding dress. I found it, and it's perfect, and I love it so much.
Can we go back a minute? Because you basically just said, I know everyone won't be bothered about this, but I am, so I'm not bothered. What does that mean?
Yeah. So
you've just said you are bothered, but you're not bothered.
No, I'm saying other people might not be bothered.
Okay.
But I am.
And then
so
you went,
it doesn't
but I'm not
bother
bothered.
me. So it doesn't bother me that they're not bothered.
Am I bothered?
I'm a bothered though. Am I really? Am I bothered? Love Catherine Tate. Brilliant. Best assistant. Her and David Tennant. Dream team. But anyway, stop pulling me off topic. I found my wedding dress. I went shopping. I went with my mum. I went with Scroft's mum. And I went with one of my friends, and I found it, and it's just perfect. It's perfect, and the only thing Scroft knows about it is it's white. He's not going to see it until the wedding day. I don't even know if it's white or ivory, to be fair. I didn't ask.
Same thing.
But they look the same. Exactly. I think they look the same anyway. But it's just, I love it so much. I've not stopped thinking about it. And
Except a minute ago when you couldn't remember.
Oh Hush you.
You say horseshoe?
Hush you.
Oh, I thought you said horseshoe. I was like, thanks. Thanks. Just be called a horseshoe.
But, oh, it's, yes. It's amazing. It's everything I could have wanted in a dress. And I'm so excited. I'm going to go get fitted in September so I can get the right size. I was very happy because it's probably the sample size I tried on was definitely a size or too small, but she was able to zip it up. So there's, that was a very, very nice feeling for me.
There we go.
I was very happy about that as well, which made me love the dress even more. But I got to put a veil on and I had some nice shoes. Not the ones that I'm going to wear, but they were white, so it counts enough. And I felt like a princess. And I can't wait for Scroft to see it, because I think he's going to like it, because I think it's his sort of style,
It's the one I'd wear, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd rock that.
Yeah. And, it's just, yeah. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it now. I feel like we're finally starting to move forward with our planning a lot better, because we've actually figured out what we're doing going forward.
I mean, it's been so difficult though, because you want to buy a house and that's not easy at all. House prices are crazy, interest rates are crazy. Oof. Everything's just crazy. It seems like you're always battling against things. Nothing's in the favour, but luckily recently interest rates are going down. Today, I know this is completely irrelevant, should I say, and not really the best thing to talk about in a farm sim video, but still,
it's BS for a reason.
Exactly. No, I mean, the Nationwide have done a decent, Nationwide are like a building society in the UK. They've done a really good one at 3.8 something, which I think's like not. Yeah, I know, which is not far from like what it was. Yeah, back in the day. So, yeah, there's some good deals right now.
That's not bad then. It's not bad at all. I mean, there were. What did it get up to? Was it like 7% or something, or higher than that?
I know, it was mental, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's awful. Yeah, it's like all the odds are stacked against you when you're trying to buy a house at the moment. So, yeah. But
so what are you going to want to be called in the future then, when this has happened and we're married? Are you going to be called Beanie or Mrs. Scroft?
Oh, that's tough. I'll take either, to be honest, because I'm fairly sure I've said this before, but it was quite funny because obviously Beanie isn't my real name, or B. Neither of them are my real name.
They're very close though.
Very close, yeah. But my name's a weird one, so you wouldn't be able to figure it out from that, basically. But Scroft, when we were sort of talking about doing this together and, me joining him on videos and stuff, he was like, oh, what about if I call you Beanie? And I was like, that is so funny, because when I was a child, my nickname was Beanie. So I don't think I told you that either, and you just come to me and said, oh, what about Beanie? And I was like, yes.
Well, I've always called you B anyway, so it's like, it just makes sense. It's like, I know you say it's not your real name, but technically the amount of times I called you B and Beanie anyway, it pretty much is. It's not like it's not like your name's Katie and I'm calling you Beanie.
No, I know that.
Have you got a baler now?
Oh, yeah.
Have you? So you're on that row? Okay. Are you moving, or am I moving? You're moving.
I'm moving, yeah. Yeah, no, it's not. I nearly said my real name then, but I was going to say I'm only my real name when I'm in trouble. Otherwise, it's I am B.
Yeah.
Like,
or Beanie.
Or Beanie. I don't get called Beanie so much anymore. But
Beanie bag. Like beanbag.
Beanbag. Yeah. Well, that was a nickname you gave me. Beanbag.
I know.
I like that.
It's not bad. It's not a bad nickname. Whereas my nickname at school and things like that, when you first get nicknames, was Scroft. Hence why that's my YouTube name, because it's my nickname.
Yeah. I like Scroft.
I like it too. It's unique, let's say that.
Definitely. Definitely. I don't know. I feel like Mrs. Scroft is like, oh yay, you know, when I get to like changing my passport and stuff like that, you know, it'd be like, oh, this is exciting, you know, because we've got the same last name now. But yeah, I don't know. You stumped me with that one, Scroft.
Right, and well, I guess we'll just we'll let the people decide they're watching. We'll let the people that are watching decide. What would you think? Beanie? Is she always going to be Beanie, or is she Mrs. Scroft? Beanie Mrs. Scroft, or Mrs. Scroft Beanie?
Both, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like if someone came up to me and called me like Mrs. Scroft, I'd be like, oh, yes, that's me. Hello. You know,
in the Farmlander, you're always going to be Beanie unless Scroft the character does something different.
Well, Scroft the character, better. Unless you're planning on killing me off.
There's always
not
Holly.
allowed to do. Oh, ha ha. Don't make me jealous of myself. That's just a very weird complex.
No. She made one appearance and then, yeah, she sounded very, very... Alright. I'm from London.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought Cockney accent would be the way to go, but here we are.
Yep.
You know, accents are not a strong point of mine at all.
Are you having fun though?
Yeah, it's just very slow starting off with this.
Just put it on cruise control.
I have, but when it starts, it's just like very sluggish.
Maybe it's something to do with the horsepower. I've got a little bit more in the Massey than you have.
Maybe.
But we're nearly done. It's not been too bad.
Oh, how long have we been recording for?
45 minutes.
Oh, that's not that bad then.
No, it's all
We're
right.
smashing this out, Scroft.
Well, that's what happens when you're having fun, chatting.
Are we wrapping these?
No, these are hay bales.
Oh yeah, you only do that with silage, don't you?
Yeah, with the silage. You can make haylage, which is a thing, so you could technically wrap it, but it'd be too dry for haylage as well. You still need a bit of moisture for haylage. But haylage is not in the game as well, so you can't wrap hay bales. But if we ever use a tedder, then we're making hay basically.
Right. Okay.
But I think we'll leave them out in the field.
Yeah?
Yeah. It'll take too long to bring them all in.
No.
What?
I'll drive the tractor and the trailer and you can do the stacking.
We're going to stack together. There's two things. There's a front loader for the Massey and then there's that little thing you like. And the thing that turns funny and you love.
Yeah. I'm so bad at stacking bales. I'm so bad at stacking anything.
Well, you can always, stack and then unstack, so.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Nah.
I'll have a look in a second to see how many bales we made. In fact, let's do something. You make a guess of how many bales we've made in total.
Everything.
Sorry?
Is that everything done?
If you pressed L1 or left back and down on the D-pad, and you'll be able to empty the last bale you've done.
Oh, you made a baby bale.
Have you got F1 menu open right now?
Yeah.
Well, does it show you a bale count in the bottom left corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've already got an advantage over me because you don't know what I've done. And I can't see that on my side, so I don't know how many bales I've done. So I'm just going to take a guess. I'm going to look around and...
I'm going to say 63.
Okay. I'm going to say... God, it's hard, isn't it? It's difficult. I'm going to say 50.
Okay.
Yeah?
Well, how'd you find out?
Right, we haven't got the stats menu within multiplayer for some reason. I've never actually noticed that before, but usually there's like an information menu that just shows you stuff within the, the main game menu when you go into it. I mean, I could technically work it out with the amount of litres we got, but if you just tell me your number...
I got 4.
4 bales?
Yeah, you did the majority of it.
I did 36, so it was 40.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? 4 bales? Did anyone hear that then? She snorted. I'll keep that in.
Can you put like a duck sound over that? Or an
No, people love that snort. It's fine.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Oh, brilliant. I'm just amazed at embarrassing myself in front of like...
How did you just randomly snort like that?
Because it happens sometimes when you laugh.
Yeah, fair play.
Like you do it every now and again.
Yeah, but never on videos. People would be angry with me for taking that out. Well, that's always a good thing, but no, people would be angry if I took that out, so I'm going to keep it in for everyone's entertainment, because that's what we're about.
Yay.
Entertainment.
Right.
You also got to try and reverse this over there for me.
No, I was just going to say you could do that for me, so I could do the horses.
And you didn't park the windrow as well.
Whoops.
I think the horses are done, aren't they?
Are they?
I'm sure. I think, anyway.
Just so.
Now we've got 40 bales of hay, so we've got plenty of hay now to feed the horses technically, and when we get oats we'll even have that. But maybe we sell a few as well, because we don't need 40 bales.
No, we don't. And the horses haven't been done. Do you want to ride with me for a change, Scroft?
Pardon?
Do you want to ride with me?
If I have to, yeah. I'm not going to ride like with you. I think that's just a little bit strange. I can't get on the horse anyway. It doesn't like me. I'm on it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You know, one day I'm going to get you on a real horse.
See? I don't know why that is, but okay.
And we'll make a vlog of it with Scroft riding. Scroft and Beanie out together.
Yeah. Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But if I have to, then,
I think that would be brilliant. I could teach you how to ride.
I don't... maybe. Maybe.
I'm on a fence.
Teach me how to ride into a fence.
No, I promise you, they're a lot easier to steer in real life. But you won't be the first person I've taught to ride, so you can have faith in my teaching abilities.
Have you taught a 30-odd-year-old grumpy man before, though?
No.
There you go, then.
But you'll have fun. I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
We could go. There's a riding stables not too far away.
No, right now it's getting.
We could go.
I'm busy that day. I'm busy that day. I've got loads on. So sorry.
Ha ha ha. No, I think it'd be fun.
Okay.
And one of my bucket list items is to ride on a beach. So that's something I've never actually done, and would love to. Yeah. So I think that'd be cool if you did it with me.
I think that'd be interesting.
Get on a horse. Hell yeah.
Anyway, the horse has been sorted. It's 100%.
Good.
Thank God for that. It does need cleaning, though.
That's okay. I can do that if you want.
Why is it so far away?
I don't know. I hate it. It always does it. It always puts them as far away as possible.
Fair play. So let's have a look at them. Let's have a look at the horses and just see where they're at. We need some cows. That's what we need.
Oh, no.
Did you jump on it?
Yeah, and then I tried to get off it, but I wasn't in the right spot thing, so.
Yeah, the fitness is good. The daily riding's up on. I can only see Flora, and then Champ. But they do both need cleaning.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'll do this one.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go.
He's trying to brush him as well.
I know.
But yeah.
Right,
One day,
horse.
Scroft. One day. No matter how long it takes me, I'll get you on a horse.
Fair play. I mean, I can't commit to it, I'll be honest, but I'm not saying never. I'm just not saying ever.
I'm not saying never. I'm just not saying ever.
What? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I'll rephrase it then so it makes a bit more sense.
I was like, what?
I'll say, I'm not saying never, but I'm also saying ever. Never. What? Oh, God. Oh,
Can we have
God.
the Scroft bath counter as well, please?
I know. I don't know I don't know how to say that. It's too.
I'm not
it's in
saying never, but I'm not saying yes. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know. I think we'll leave it there. That complete and utter mind blag.
Yeah. Not saying never, but I'm not saying never.
I didn't even mean it, but it's now a riddle. So
If anyone can figure out the answer, please let us know in the comments.
I think it's something like I'm not saying never, but I'm also not going to be doing it ever. Something like that.
I don't know.
But anyway, on that bombshell, as they would say. Whoop.
Yeah. Woo.
Right, do you want to do the outro? I did the intro and all that. It's a good point to end on.
Yeah. Ooh. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Thank you everybody for watching. I feel like this one has been absolutely jam-packed, full of the signature BS, our survival series here on Scroft's YouTube channel. Please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed our nonsense and shenanigans, and subscribe for more of this faffing. Also, little shameless plug on Scroft's behalf here. If you are thinking of purchasing FS25, please consider using Scroft's link, code, whatever it is, so we can help get the information to him quicker and get it out to all of you quicker, keep you updated on everything. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day, evening, whenever this comes out.
Or whenever they watch it.
Oh yeah, or whenever, that's what I meant to say. Whenever you watch it, whenever
well done.
you like.
Spot on.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask you to do that plug as well, so.
No, I know, but I just thought, I don't know, it was when you were talking about FS25 earlier, I just thought, oh, copies.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be the shameless one. It's alright.
Right then.
Yeah.
That's that then. Nice one, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.